Hello, hello. It is Monday morning. That means it's time for more tarot readings from aromaG's Botanica. What did you guys do this weekend? I'll tell you what I did. I've been trying to add some more things to my own product line over on folkmagicstudio.com. And so I've been making a lot of soap for the store this weekend, and I made a soap for my own website to sell. One I've been wanting to do for many, many years. People know that we made the Garden Gate soap as a nod to practical magic, because at the end of the movie, they in the book she mentions too, plant lavender by your garden gate, keep rosemary for luck. So Garden Gate has lavender, rosemary, spearmint, peppermint. But what I made for my website, and I'm going to go cut it into bars later, is the famous black soap from the Practical Magic series of books. I have been reading the latest in the last book in the series, which is the Book of Magic, which takes you further on the story of with the characters from the original book in the movie, Sally, Jillian, the ants. So that inspired me to make the soap. So yeah, it is a solid black soap with tons of activated charcoal, infused licorice root oil. Licorice does not taste or smell like the candy. That is anise oil. It is more like ginger. So yes, let's see, what else I have in it. French lavender. It has verbena, sandalwood, rose geranium, powdered lavender, clove, and the infused licorice root, which is basically the recipe from the books. So I'll be drying that and then selling it on my website. So I've been having fun with, after 25 years, I'm still having fun with soap making. So let's pull a card for the general read for the day. Seven of Cups. Try not to get bogged down in, often this is a daydreaming card. It's having realistic expectations. So today, try not to go overboard with what you expect of people. Cut them some slack today if they don't do everything the way that you wanted them to do. So let's get into the readings. For those who are just joining us, come over to the YouTube channel. You can join in the chat if you're watching on Facebook. If you are watching on Facebook, if you want us to see your name in the chat, you will have to go to stream. It's on the bottom here. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give her permission to use your name. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. While you're here, hit the notification bell. Just to make sure I don't skip over anyone, because we have lots of good mornings and hellos. First one is Giselle. Well, I have communication from Tim. I think so. Knight of Swords, which I kind of call the Knight in Shining Armor card. It is something rushing in. It is a, swords are about communication, thoughts. He is thinking about calling. So I'd say it leans towards yes. Vanita, may I have one card on whatever the card want me to know? Well, Vanita, it says that this next week, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Things can go either way. So when the Wheel of Fortune comes up and it tells you that, hey, you might have bad luck, you might have good luck, it could be anything going on. That tells you that you're going to have to steer the week in the direction you want it to go. You're going to have to take the reins. AG, my husband and I saw a mourning dove on our doorstep this morning. We're a bit disturbed. What omen or message does it bring us? Blessings and thank you. You know what? I think people look for signs in often in the mundane. Um, it's the time of year for the doves and stuff to be out. Spring's coming, birds are coming out. They're looking for mates. I don't really think there's any sort of thing to prophesy in it other than it's that time of year. But we'll pull a card. Seven of Pentacles is about looking at your accomplishments. I don't think this is connected to the bird. I think it's just a bird. Just a bird. But it does tell you this week, maybe you should look at and be thankful for all the accomplishments you've done, all your hard work in the past. For some reason, the camera is shaking. Inspired soul. What do I need to know right now? First thing you need to know is 20% off essential oils this week at aromaG's Botanica. So go over to aromags.com, you guys. 20% off essential oils. Let's see. But what do you need to know right now? Right now, you need to communicate more. You need to communicate better. You may not be saying what you want or telling people what you want. You may be kind of beating around the bush, or passive aggressive isn't the right word when you're wanting to wanting to communicate something, but not in a bad way. It just means you got to speak up this week. Say what you mean what you say, tell people what you want. Abby, will my birthday go as planned? Well, it will come on the day you're thinking it should. That went over some people's heads. The Fool card. There may be a possibility that you may have to rethink your plans that day. Some things may fall through. Or it could just be a turning point for you. I don't know which birthday it is. But you got to go with the flow. You're going to have to go with the flow. Jennifer, card to see if my health will improve. Hey, I shuffled them in there, but here's the Fool again. It'll be a bit of a journey. I think it will improve. It may not happen as quickly as you want, and it will require you to participate in the process. Lynn, what is blocking me from completing the project I'm working on at home, and how can I clear the blockage? What is keeping me from completing the project I am working on at home? Well, first of all, you got to turn off Netflix. That's usually what keeps me from completing my projects at home. Rely on other people to help if you need them to. Call in some friends if you need. And maybe they don't know how to work on the project, but maybe they can help you in some other ways to alleviate some stress, or burdens while you're trying to get this done. Call on friends and colleagues to help. It doesn't really say what's blocking you, other than if you were to call in for help, it could actually mean, hey, they're already here. I got to kick my butt to get into high gear. Bun girl, pull a card for me. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Would like to know what the cards have to say about it. Three of Wands. It looks like there'll be some other journey of starting over, replanning, taking a different direction. So whatever it is, medically, it's sort of like a reboot. You need a reboot of some sort. Let's see. Kira, may I have a card? The Chariot. Sort of like stay on the course you're on. It may take some effort to actually steer things in the direction you want them to go. But it tells you just stay on the path you're on and don't put too much thought about it. To try not to let other things distract you. Magic flies. Can I have a general card for guidance? The hermit seek out the old wise man on top of the snow-covered mountaintop. You may have to turn to someone else for guidance. Maybe you need a longer reading. Maybe you need to pull some cards for yourself. Maybe you need to pull out the magic 8 ball. Let's ask. All right, magic flies. Think of a yes or no question here. What do we got? Without a doubt. Yes, I have all sorts of magical paraphernalia around here. aromaG's in the chat reminds everyone to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button on this video. M Lady, can I get a reading on getting a new job? Well, the one you're thinking about may not be the one you're going to get or should get. Something could be standing in your way right now. I don't know if there's unfinished business at your old job, or you need to line up your references or something. But remember, this could just be the energy for this week. If you have to do anything you can to clear things up, magical work, I mean. Tiffany Scott, card from Spirit. Well, it's just, 8 of Wands is just saying, usually it's a card of things wrapping up very quickly. I think this one is actually saying, it's kicking you in the butt, saying, get moving. Do whatever it is you say you're going to do, and do it now. There's something you've been talking about doing that you haven't done. Get up and do it. Now, that is a long screen name. Cup of tea with $3 worth of sugar and cookies. Lord have mercy. Cup and I'm going to come back to you, Aaron. So, cup of tea with $3 worth of sugar and cookies. This reminds me of the movie Now. Will I make money from my if Maybe not if they have to type that whole thing into the search engine. But here, I've been scrolled. Cup of tea in the wind. You can make money from your blog. Well, it's the moon card. And the moon card is about unknown things, unseen things. It's not really clear right now. I can tell you, let me pull another one with it, to make sure you do whatever it is to make yours unique. It can't be like any other blog if you want to make money from a blog, because there's fucking blogs everywhere. It has to be totally unique. Maybe you do YouTube videos to go with it. And some little gift. I think I just gave you the gift. You're going to have to do something. And I tell you what, when you name a blog, make sure it's something easy to remember, right up there. Let me go back to Aaron. Can I get a card for the week, please and thanks? And then it looks like someone actually did a couple of people did some super chats. So we'll get back up to those. So Aaron, a card for the week. the Emperor. Tap into your business superpowers this week about being the person in charge, taking charge, insisting on your vision. So whatever it is this week, you gotta insist on people going with your vision because there's a certain way you want to do things. Um, I don't know what you have planned this week, but that could be for something also upcoming in the next couple of weeks. Something that you're wanting to start working on. Nancy wants a general reading, please. Nancy, well, right now things are going pretty good, or they're going to be going well. Four of Wands. It's a welcoming card. You may be a good time to spend with friends, family, but it's all positive card. Let's see. Les what's a general card for today? As you can see, I've got new lights. Lots of lights over here. Yeah, it is looking like a true YouTube studio in here, isn't it? Nancy, general reading. Watch out for deception this week. There could be, actually, Nancy, I already answered you, but you know what? I think you need a second reading. It's something about deception. Yeah, I lost my place, but sometimes I do that. There's a reason for it. There's more information you're going to know. There's some sort of deception going on. Look out for, be on the lookout this week for people gossiping about you and stuff. Now, back on track, we're at Les, who wants a general card for today. Les, it's a week to focus on abundance and money. It could be time to get down to hard work this week. It could be thinking about starting saving more, but this week has something to do with focusing on money and finances. Shantae, can I get a card on anything I need to know? Cards are being slick this morning. Anything you need to know. Something about nostalgia. There's something in the past. It could be looking back and maybe you need to visit siblings. Maybe you need to reach out to a sibling for something. It could also be returning to something you used to love to do that you no longer do. There's something from the past you need to revisit. Ginseng, I'd love a card concerning a police issue. Thank you. A police issue. I'm not sure how this translates, so hopefully you will know. This is usually an apprenticeship card, meaning there's something you've got to work on in order for things to turn out the way you want them to. It's sometimes not knowing all the answers because you're not the expert yet. So hopefully you know what that means in relation to your situation. Silva, one card morning. Silva, there's something you just need to give up on. This is a card of often just walking away from a responsibility. I don't know what that is, but maybe you've promised to do something that you really didn't, really don't want to do. And the thing to remember when that happens is as long as you do it nicely and truthfully and explain yourself, it's okay to change your mind. So we're going to get to these 2 super chats and then see if we can get other ones in here. Naisha Mayfield, money and love reading. Well, it's only 3 cards here. So it's kind of hard to do money and love. I think you need a much bigger reading for that. Those are 2 very, I would say those are 2 very separate energies, unless you're a hookah. So let's see. Money was the first one you asked about. And then I'll pull 1 card for love. 7 of Cups, be realistic when it comes to money issues. Sometimes you get a little bit overboard, putting a cart before the horse. You've got to take charge or listen to people who are in charge who actually have good advice that you sometimes don't always like to take. This will help you in money situations. Also, to learn from these people and their wisdom as to how to make more money, to hold on to more money. And then it's the Justice card, which is about you have to sit back and look at your situation unbiasedly, the way that a judge might. Really look at it, be honest. Is it, do I spend too much? Do I need to quit going out to eat so much? Why am I broke? Because you eat out 6 times a week. Stuff like that. It's about being honest with yourself in order to tackle your own money issues. The love card we're going to pull, it just says take your time. Temperance is, see, 1 toe dipped in the water. Take your time. It will happen. Jensen, let's see. Your super chat came in after I answered your 1 question. Let me go back. Do I need to elaborate on that? Oh, that was about the police issue. Okay. That usually doesn't happen where the super chat comes in after the question. Let me go back and elaborate on that one. Let's go back and pull 3 on it. Whatever the police issue is, Knight of Swords. It's almost like taking responsibility, taking control of the situation. Right now, it shows it may not come out victorious in the way you want it to, or things just may not turn out the exact way you want them to. However, in the end, it will all turn out okay with the 3 of Cups. So maybe not exactly the way you want it to happen. It tells you to take responsibility, take charge. May not turn out exactly like you want, but it'll be okay. Let's see. We're already running a bit over. I'm going to take 3 more by spinning it. I'm going to go from the bottom and just spin and go through 3. So we're going to be out of order because we've run out of time. Let's see. Leah wrote, could I get a card for financial issues? The Tower card in Lenormand does not mean what the Tower card in Tarot does. This is an institution. It is a school or a corporation or a bank. I don't know your financial situation, but you may need to speak with someone at a bank. Maybe you need to consolidate your debts and get them paid off more quickly. There is some sort of institution or higher institution you need to turn to for help. It could just be for advice. Adrian says, I am in a terrible fix. Would love a card, please. You'll be able to think your way out of this. Ace of Swords. It's all about your thoughts, the way you react to a situation more than the way you act. Um, Take a deep breath. Really sit back and look at your situation, and you're going to be able to think your way out of it. You're going to come up with a solution. Don't worry too much. And then let's see, spinning again for the last one. Oh, okay. Here we have a scammer in there. Lady V has probably already blocked them, but Dia Concerto, whatever it is, Tarot, actually reaching out to people, telling them to send a friend request and get a reading. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now you know that someone who has to come in here and dig up business in a real tarot card reader. Have you looked at my latest video on my YouTube channel? You should go look at that. It is should you charge for tarot readings? So it was turned out to be a pretty good video. So let me look again. Last one. Christy Morris. Will I be moving to my own property and house soon? King of Wands. Wands are usually about stability. Of course, the King of Wands is someone who has their stuff together. You know, he's got his own house. It may take the help of someone else. You may have to seek out help from someone else in order to make it happen. But generally, it's a good card. So that's all that we have time for today. We're already over about 10 minutes. But Nikki Jean will be here Wednesday to answer your questions with all of her tarot decks she usually pulls out. And don't forget, you can also book private readings with me on folkmagicstudio.com and private readings with Reverend Roy at healingamulet.com. And Nikki Jean is still setting up her website. And when she gets that up, she'll be giving out her web address. So until next, I'd say next week for me, but look at the aromaG's YouTube channel. Look at my Folk Magic Studio YouTube channel. There's no telling what I might come up with this week before you see me again. So until Wednesday when Nikki's here, this is G with aromaG's Botanica. Later.